Titanfall 2 is an often forgotten about title, but one which has really helped set the benchmark for science fiction games, and so few are matching its humble ambitions. Titanfall 2 is a historically important game, because as the big developers focus upon open world games, there is a real risk that the power of stories is being sacrificed for an immersive experience. By failing to fit into the standard expectations of games, Titanfall 2 managed to capture the soul of its genre. It's not really a role-playing game. Even though you can make dialogue choices, they really have zero impact. It's also entirely constrained. The player is funneled through different levels, usually with numerous enemies right on top of the character, and it can feel wonderfully suffocating. The lore is thrust upon the character. There are few escapes. The main focus on the game is the connection with the Titan, BT, who is basically a robot pal for the main character. There are some awe-inspiring moments and some heartbreaking ones that the two companions share. The game also possesses a wonderful balance. It's sci-fi, but it doesn't get lost in its own hubris. There are some really cool tricks like the time flash technique, where the player can jump through different times to explore combat areas, but it isn't overdone. It's there for a particular level and then gone. It doesn't beat the player to death with it or feel like it's showing off in any way. It just wants the player to enjoy the novelty, the little tricks and the fun that can be had, without any of the hang-ups. So many games feel long-winded. They buy into their own hype and often their own landscapes. But what is there to them really? Titanfall 2 was an extremely short game, annoyingly so, but within a few hours it achieved what so many longer games don't even come close to. It created a captivating story. It didn't have the greatest depth of content, it couldn't in such a short time frame, but it did create a universe that was enjoyable and could make the player think of nothing else. More and more attention is put into developing games which are open world and have infinite possibilities, but it can be good to just go back to the basics of stories. Give us a character we care about, a compelling companion, a relatively plausible environment, and a purpose, and players can get behind the game wholeheartedly. Titanfall 2 could have been longer and could have had more content for the player. It should have done. But it managed to do something that games lose in over 100 hours of playtime. It got to the heart of the matter. Its shortness did make the relationship with BT feel contrived, but it was easy to forgive when it was a game I just wanted to believe in. I was rooting for Titanfall, and I think that might be the highest endorsement a player can give to a game. If only more games could aim a little lower.